Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are ready to head to the moon once more. This time with actual experiments in tow rather than just, experiment, rather than just the singular control module. But we are now ready to launch this, and this is a substantially heavier craft, so we'll have to see how this ends up working. Realistically, I need to revert this. There's a reason for that, because I just realized that I never checked delta V in orbit over the moon for this stage. Our thrust to weight is fine. Okay, good to know. And our thrust to weight here is fine as well. Fantastic. Okay. Well, that was a waste of time. Wow, I mean, double checking things like thrust to weight ratios are never a waste of time, because on the off chance you got it wrong, it's a good thing to know beforehand. Okay, let's go ahead and launch this, I think. We'll see how this liftoff goes. Seems fine. I wish we didn't have the SRBs on here, but we don't have access to mainsails yet. And we won't have access to mainsails. Also, you can zoom out a kind of extremely large amount. That's slightly insane. Okay, so when are we going to be reaching flame out on these guys? Well, relatively soon. 20 seconds, to be precise. What is our current apoapsis? 10 kilometers. We require additional kilometers. 3, 2, 1. Okay, flame out on the solid rocket motors. Now 60 seconds on our side boosters. And I'm just kind of aiming for an apoapsis of about 45 kilometers before I start the gravity turn here. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 40... I'm going for 50. 49, 50. Okay, let's begin this gravity turn. Okay, that's fighting me a bit. But I suppose that's not unexpected. I'm just going to head for 45 degrees and hold there, because we need to have our velocity changed by the time we ditch these motors, which is going to be in 6 seconds. So we're not going to change attitude at all until then. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So our apoapsis is plenty high now. I'm just going to go ahead and aim for the horizon a bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. Aim for the horizon a bit. And yep, this is a necessary burn. Our time to apoapsis is currently decreasing, so we need to be burning right now. Let's get this acceleration going. We're now over 1.0 thrust to weight, which is good, because we need that. We've still got 120 seconds of burn here. So we should flame out by the time we reach the apoapsis, considering our burn increase to the apoapsis. Although, it should start going up again soon, because our apoapsis is starting to increase quite quickly. Soon-ish, I guess. We still have a lot of delta V to burn before we're in orbit, though. Yeah, we're definitely going to flame out before we hit apoapsis, which is a good sign. Single stage to orbit? Kind of. That'd be nice. I doubt it, but we'll see. 865 more Delta V. Actually, I suspect we will be in orbit with this stage. That would be nice. If we had mainsails, we definitely would be. We could probably ditch the solid rocket motors too if we had mainsails. But alas, we do not. And yeah, our time to reach the apoapsis is now increasing, so I'm actually going to cut the engines here. And for now, we will try again at about 30 seconds. Just trying to maintain our attitude at the horizon here. We still need to be moving about 500 meters per second faster. So let's start up that burn once more. And yeah, our time to apoapsis is now slowly decreasing, so this is about perfect. Oh, now it's increasing again. Excellent. We'll go ahead and cut the engines, and we will try again at about 20 seconds. There we go. Try to reorient to be right on that horizon line. Actually, at this point, we might as well just be prograde. And we'll burn this again. Our periapsis will be coming out of the surface very shortly. But we need to go ahead and wait on this burn slightly longer. We'll try again at T-minus 10 seconds. Nope. T-minus 5. There we go. Okay, we are in orbit. And we also have flame out. Single stage to orbit, basically perfect. Okay, so let's ditch this, and we'll also ditch our nose cones at the same time. I think they impacted the re-entry module. Because it's kind of bulbous? Yeah, they did. Okay. Well, they didn't destroy anything other than themselves. So that's good. That's a little creepy. I'm going to write down a note here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here in my spreadsheet. Note. Nose cones on lander fuel tanks impact the re-entry module on staging. Maybe fix that. Okay. Now I should remember that. Excellent. Okay, so now we need to get to the moon, right? So we need to go ahead and burn, I don't know, maybe like here. That gets us a pretty decent encounter, actually. Let's go ahead and lower the periapsis here a bit if we can. Maybe not that much. Maybe to around 25 kilometers. That was overshooting. That's overshooting as well. It doesn't like that 25 kilometer number, does it? Okay, that'll do. And we will just, at this point... Oh, we actually don't have the ability to lock to maneuver node yet. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. But let's just go ahead and... Oh, come on. I want to focus on Kerbal. There we go. So this is going to be a 1 and 41 second burn. So that is going to be, what, 30 seconds plus 20.5 seconds, so 50.5 seconds. We will go ahead and warp to next maneuver, and we will begin this burn at 50 seconds. And we do have a reaction wheel, and we actually have power for the reaction wheel, so that should help. Okay, let's begin our transfer. As soon as we finish this time warp, I suppose. So we do want to orient to prograde. Because this is a pure prograde burn. And then we want to make sure that we burn this at T minus, what did I say? 50 seconds? Like 50 to 51 seconds. Like 50.5 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and warp forward a little bit here to about 1 minute. There we go. So we will go ahead and burn now. Roughly like that. And then because we don't have the ability to lock to the node, we are going to need to go ahead and evaluate the final result of our burn, and we might have to tweak our final periapsis over the moon a little bit. So we'll just have to see how that ends up going. I'm probably going to throttle down though, because I want to get this as accurate as possible. So far so good on the burn though. It's a bit of a lengthy one. But we should be finishing this burn, well, I mean, in 40 seconds. That's right here, how long this burn will last. I mean, it'll be slightly longer than that, actually, because I'm going to be throttling down as we get close to try to fine-tune our periapsis. Because I want to make sure that the periapsis is, you know, not inside of the moon or something. That would be awkward. We want to land on the moon, but maybe not quite like that. Now, as far as getting close enough to this experiment control station, that's going to be exciting. That's something I've never really done before, trying to pinpoint landing accuracy. So that's going to be kind of a trial and error sort of thing for me. Certainly going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to cut the throttle now, and I'm just going to ever so slowly creep it on in until we get to roughly where I want it to be. Right about there is decent. I'm going to bring it a little closer. There. That's good. Very happy with that periapsis. And we'll just go ahead and circularize here. Bring that down to... That's basically perfect. Okay, so that's 272 meters per second. That burn will be in about 5 hours. So we will be arriving at the moon shortly. So a 27-second burn means that as we warp to the next maneuver, we are going to be burning this at, what, like 13.5 seconds? So that should be fine. And we'll just get circularized over the moon, and then we can attempt to land at the correct location. It's a bit south of our orbit. Our orbit is slightly inclined, which is a little on the awkward side, to be sure. And we want to be aiming retrograde right now. We are on the dark side of the moon, so if we lose power, our solar panels aren't going to help. Okay, we are oriented now. So we want to do this at T minus 13 seconds. Which is like now. There we go. I overshot a little bit there. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Let's just go ahead and raise, or rather, lower this on down. I don't know why I almost said raise it up, because that is not indeed what we are doing. We may have to fix our inclination here. I think that's likely to be a thing that needs to happen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call that good enough. Because yeah, our inclination is ever so slightly off. So, we can change that, of course, by doing, like, let's see, that's the wrong direction. We would want to burn it to be kind of like this-ish. A little more equatorial. Although, realistically, we just want to get it so that we're actually going over the experiment control station, right? So that's something that we're going to have to figure out. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I think that's something we can leave for the next episode. For right now, we've gotten these guys into orbit over the moon, and we are going to be ready to land over here relatively shortly. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.